We've got so much coming your way on Tuesday's Daily Clone. Jimmy Rogers shares his last experience inside Jack Trice Stadium. Matt Campbell thanks Iowa State. Tamin Lipsey shares why he was playing so hard for Iowa State fans on Saturday. And we preview the Cy-Hawk women's basketball game. All of that after a word from Whiskey River.
Looking for a good time? Thought so. Whiskey River is just the place. We've got the booze, the food, the vibe, and the amazing rooftop patio. The only thing missing is you. Whiskey River.
Hello and welcome into the Northwest Bank Studios for the Daily Clone here on Tuesday, December 9th. So much coming your way, and it's all courtesy of Whiskey River. You heard it in the ad. Whiskey River's always a good time. Locations in Ankeny and Ames would make for great spots Wednesday and Thursday night for the Cy-Hawk basketball games. We appreciate their support. Iowa State head coach Jimmy Rogers has a couple of experiences inside Jack Trice Stadium. In 2008, he was a player when he tackled Alexander Robinson in a 44-17 loss. Shout out Jack Trice Mafia for somehow digging that up. Then in 2018, he was the linebackers coach in the infamous game that was canceled after a couple plays and several lightning delays. Rogers learned a lot about Cyclone fans that day.
A couple years ago, we had the opportunity when I was at South Dakota State to come here in another storm, unfortunately. And that game got delayed like 3 times. And the student section at this place was unbelievable. And if we can do that every single week, it's going to be hard to beat us in this stadium. But that game itself, rain delay, everybody goes into the locker room, and the fans all have to exit. They open it up again. The fans come screaming down the stadium stairs. We have to go back inside. They have to leave. I mean, that went on for several hours, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, these people are nuts. And it was awesome. And that's what you want to be a part of as a coach. That's what you want to be a part of as a player. And I think that Iowa State has everything and more to succeed. I mean, what we're doing across the street here with the facilities that are going on, it is unmatched. I was shocked by the growth of this place. It says a lot about Jamie, his leadership, and his team of people that work with him and what he's been able to accomplish over these last several years, just how fast things have moved. And I'm blessed to be a part of this.
I didn't show this yesterday, but in case you haven't seen it, here's an emotional Matt Campbell thanking Iowa State.
In my own journey, I want to say some thank yous, and I have to start off at Iowa State. I think the hardest thing for me was leaving the great people at Iowa State who took a chance on me. I want to say thank you to Jamie Pollard, our athletic director. Man, at 36 years old, he gave me the keys to build a football program and said, we want to do something that hasn't been done here before. We built an incredible staff. That foundation was built on caring, unify, and inspire the young men that come into our football program day in and day out. To build great men of character, to stand for what's right on the field and off the field. And I also have to say, I can't thank our players enough. For 10 years, they trusted in to myself and our staff every single day. Their belief, their commitment to stay the course with me. One of the hardest moments of my life was Friday night to walk in and to leave so many of our great young men that believed in me, that believed in our coaches, and that signed up to be a part of our great program. But what I do know is in our 10 years, we rewrote history. Every single step of the way, we wrote history. From 3-9 to the greatest era ever in the history of Iowa State football. One of the best Big 12 programs in the country. We went face to face with everybody that had more than us, and we competed and beat them every step of the way. I also want to thank the great community and the alumni base and the former players who embraced us at Iowa State. They made it bigger than just winning football games. They made it about, serving a community, the impact of making a difference every step of the way.
So many emotions being poured out of Campbell, who you can just tell is so grateful for his decade in Ames. Lifelong Cyclone fan Tamin Lipsey also felt a lot of those emotions, and he knew exactly what Iowa State fans needed on Saturday.
It was a lot. We were definitely talking about it as a team, me and Cade, Milan chirps in a little bit, but obviously Kane and I are those Cyclone guys for our whole life, and it was definitely a tough thing to see, and we knew that Cyclone Nation was kind of just in a hard spot, hurting, so we wanted to do whatever we could to get the win and help us out. But I have so much respect for the football program. Coach Campbell, I've talked to him a lot of times, so obviously he had to do what he had to do, and now we're going to take a step with our football program and just keep trying to bring it to the top.
I've come on this very platform and compared Lipsey missing those games in Vegas, allowing Killyan Toure to step into a bigger role, to when Lipsey missed the 2024 TCU game and allowed Keyshawn Gilbert and Curtis Jones to kind of take that next step. However, TJ Otzelberger tells me that those situations aren't as similar as I thought.
With Killian, the thing I'd say is like his consistency, when every time we've seen him out, it looks the same. Now, some games maybe that means 8 points, and another one it means 20. I don't know. But attitude, effort, mindset, mentality, body language, competitiveness, they've been so consistent. And so, you just know when people do that things are going to go their way. I think everybody's journey and their story is totally different. I think there were parts at the start of that, deal for Kurt where, the adjustment to this level and the physicality, and then you got to believe that you can do it. And as amazing as Kurt played for us at the end, I think everybody would say, there was some uncertainty if that was something that he could do at the start. I don't think we've had that question from Killian from the start. I think we've seen from the exhibitions to the first game, it's looked the same. It's looked consistent. It's looked confident. It's looked, there's a toughness, there's an edge. And so, again, I know points is something that everybody else, is going to look at and say, well, he scored more in this game or scored more in that game. The guy's, he's as consistent as they come. He's going to make the right play. He's going to compete. He's going to chase down loose balls. He's going to guard the dribble. He's going to be a great leader. So I think he's proven, over the 11 opportunities in front of people that he's the same guy. It's just a matter of what are the opportunities that present themselves that night.
Toure will get to play in his first big-time Hilton atmosphere on Thursday night against Iowa. I'll preview that game so much more on Wednesday's Daily Clone. As for the women, they play Wednesday night, number 10 versus number 11. And Ariana Jackson grew up in Des Moines, a Cyclone fan. Addie Brown grew up in Kansas, not a Cyclone fan. Even with their different backgrounds, they both have that same passion to go beat Iowa.
Yeah, I think it means more to me now than it did probably my freshman year, just, being a resident of Iowa now for 3 years. And I even have an Iowa driver's license now, so I think I can say that it means a little more. But it's always an exciting time, and it's great for the state, and there's two great teams going at it, and we're excited.
And for me, it's just like I said, growing up, I was never a Hawkeye fan. My family was never a Hawkeye fan, so just knowing like how much it means, just like personally, I think is what always fuels me. I get that way in every sport. I don't ever want Iowa State to lose to Iowa.
Aside from the rivalry stakes, beating Iowa for just the second time in 10 years would do a ton for Iowa State's resume and momentum going forward.
Obviously, Iowa's by far the best team we've played up to this point, and will be one of the best teams we play all year. So, you're a third of the way through the season, and okay, let's see, what we can do. Whatever we do well against them, I think we can probably do well against most people, and what we don't do well will be exposed, and we'll have to fix it. But that's the nature of this game. Historically, they've been ultra competitive, very evenly matched teams. The series is one of those things where it truly is a rivalry because teams go back and forth and have their streaks and wins and losses, but it's a game that I think all of our players look forward to, and it'll be a great showcase, not just for our school, but I think it's a great showcase for the state, what women's basketball means in our state, and I think it'll be a great environment.
Tip-off at Hilton is at 6 o'clock on ESPN. I'll be live on our pregame show with Leah Nelson at 5:30 on our Cyclone Fanatic YouTube channel. And somehow, this longer than normal Daily Clone is still just a fraction of what we've got on our Cyclone Fanatic YouTube channel and CycloneFanatic.com. If you've missed any of our coverage, you know exactly where to go, and we've got so much coming your way, of course, with all of the transfer portal, recruiting, all of that, plus Cy-Hawk Hoops the next 2 days. There's no better time to be at Cyclone Fanatic. We appreciate your support here in the Northwest Bank Studios.